Ladies, hey, congratulations for Everything I Know About Love series. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
So let's go ahead and start with this question. Tell me everything what you know about love.
I could probably hear all day. No, I would say the main thing that I've kind of found about love is there are so many different types of love. And I think we're kind of fed that romantic love is the number one. And that should be the biggest, kind of most important thing in your life. And that's not the case. Like, you need to nurture it all equally. You've got the love, you know, with your friends and different kinds of friends, with your parents, the love you have with yourself, your passions and your hobbies. It's just different kinds of love.
So true. And sorry, I was digesting. Great, it was a word. I feel like, do you know what? With all those different types of love, like everyone will take work. Like love isn't always like the be all. Oh my gosh, this is kind of sad, but like it's not it. It's like it can't just be the love that you have for your friend or romantic. Like there has to be something some kind of work and effort you put in to maintain that thing if you really love it. Honestly, I feel like along the show and playing these characters and seeing the relationships unfold, that's something that I've learned more and more. Yeah.
Yeah, like love is hard work, like a lot.
Basically, yeah.
And that's like
better way of saying what I was saying. Sorry.
I just set up for me, babe. But yeah, love is just like it doesn't mean that it's wrong or it's not love if it's hard. Sometimes that's just part of it, maybe.
Most excellent. Now, you know, this is a story about a bunch of 24-year-olds. How relatable is this to all three of you?
I have been 24 and not known what I'm doing, but feeling like I should know. I'm feeling a pressure to know. I'm feeling like you can't really say if you are struggling. So I think that's quite like a universal thing. I think that's the clever thing about these characters is that they are relatable and they're all going through things that are so common.
Yeah, I'm actually time traveling 2 years in the show, so I have not been 24 yet, but I can say that I still feel like I can relate to a lot of the things that these characters are feeling, specifically in friendship, like this need to kind of latch on to those people. I feel like in your 20s suddenly becomes really intense. I think you've gone through this whole thing of first like being in high school, like if you went to uni, things like that, and you're used to being surrounded by your friends, and all of a sudden you have to like make the effort and make the work. And these ladies in this show are really lucky in terms of they live with their best friends, but it's also that paradox of just because they're right there doesn't mean like the work stops. And so that's like really like, because I still live close to a lot of my best friends, but it's like it doesn't mean that the work stops to like put in the work. And I feel like the ladies in this show learn that. And so in that sense, I relate to that idea. And also just like the intense like joy you get from having fun with your friends. That's present in this show. And I relate to that a lot. I feel a lot of joy with my friends.
Now, obviously, if we're talking about friendship, the one great thing about this series is your characters' friendships with each other. Tell us about developing that chemistry amongst all four of you in the series.
It was quite immediate because we had a rehearsal week before we started filming, and we all got brought in to like improvise together. And China, our director, was like, she'd give us scenarios and then she just let us like improv and see what came out of that. And then we also had to dance in front of each other. Like we had to figure out, like, because there was so much dancing in it, that like what we were like when we were at a club, like how do we dance when we're trying to seduce someone, like how do we dance when we're really drunk, and that is quite embarrassing to do sober. so that was very quick. Like Aliyah said it really well earlier, like when you are like that in front of each other and you realize like no one's gonna, like, you don't need to be embarrassed, no one's gonna be like, everyone's there doing the same thing and they're all like here for you and going through the same thing, then it quite immediately. And also like throughout filming, I found like each time we revisited a scene where we were dancing, it is such a bonding thing, because like towards the end we had a scene where like we get to this point where we're like howling at the moon, and like it's so like mad, but it was so easy because we'd kind of gone through this whole journey together. So it was quite, dancing's a great way to bond.
So when you're actually dancing, obviously, I don't think that they play the music in the background for your dancing, right? Do you have to like hear something, imagine something in your head while you're dancing?
I think we did have the music, especially
Yeah.
the particular choreographed one. We did have the music. I don't think we could have done it without, apart from Aliyah was basically like our dancing instructor, and our choreographer wasn't there, so she'd be like, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and she'd like talk us through it. But I think we were quite lucky on a lot of them where there wasn't really dialogue happening, so we could have the music. I don't know if you can think of
Yeah, I think we were really lucky that most times where we needed music, we had it, and it does just like inject an energy into the scene that just like makes all the difference. And if we weren't allowed to play it throughout, they usually will like play it before, so you can kind of get pumped up and then turn it off, and like you kind of have the like remnants of that energy still going and flowing through you. So yeah, we were lucky in that sense.
All right. Well, one last thing before I go. Is it easy to act drunk after this series?
Do you know what? I'll say sometimes when I find when like I'm laughing so much or like I'm having so much fun, it's almost like the feeling I'm like of being drunk, like feeling like slightly off kilter. So like sometimes like we just like make each other laugh so much that I find that I felt drunk in a scene because like you're kind of drunk of this other thing, which is just like a woo, we're having to like go crazy. Like there's a scene where we're all kind of having a night in and like having fun, and like there was just moments within that where I was like, gosh, like this is like there's no camera here, we're just kind of all like losing it. But yeah, it was a good time. So easy, basically. Answer some questions so easy.
You nailed it. Nailed the answer.
Thank you.
Terrific. Well, ladies, hey, congratulations once again for everything I know about love. Can't wait for everyone to check it out. Thank you for talking to us about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.